This podcast is brought to you by WealthWave, the How Money Works company, improving the financial literacy of our communities so families can dream again. To learn more, visit wealthwave.com/Austin Hogan.
Hello, my name is Amy Torres, and I am founder and executive director of Paul's Place Support for Families. And today you are listening to our podcast entitled Embracing Adversity. We have a very special guest with us, Ms. Josephine Wilson, who was a guest here with Paul's Place. So we're going to hear a little bit about her story, get to know her a little bit, and what her experience was with going through treatment and with Paul's Place. So from there, thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. So where do you live at in Ohio?
I live in Van Wert, Ohio. It's just over the Indiana line,
Yep.
but it's about an hour, 15 minutes
Okay.
from Parkview.
Okay, yes, that's definitely a long drive if you're going through anything at all.
It is.
Okay,
It is.
it's good. Well, tell me a little bit about what you were doing before you were not feeling well.
Well, I had not been feeling well for a while,
Okay.
and I kind of put off going to the doctor until I qualified for Medicare.
Okay.
Because I had a feeling it wasn't going to be simple.
Okay.
And sure enough, it wasn't. It was breast cancer. And I had a lumpectomy. I had 4 rounds of chemo and 19 doses of radiation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that whole year is just kind of a
Yeah.
write-off.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember the times you were here. It was I think you were doing chemo in the morning and then radiation in the afternoon.
Well, I was
bit?
done with chemo and I was just having radiation. But chemo takes a long time to get over, and it's just kind of bam, 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 and they just tell you where to be and what's going to happen to you, and you just show up and
Okay.
let them do whatever they're going to do,
Right.
and then you totter off home and try to recuperate.
Sure. So how long did you stay here in Paul's Place then?
We stayed a month,
Okay. All right.
and it was splendid.
Okay.
It was just splendid. One of the really nice things was one of the worst things about going through cancer treatment is you don't feel like doing much, anything.
Yeah.
And when I was at home, I would look around and see things that needed to be done,
Yes.
and that just caused stress.
Yes.
A lot of stress. So when we were here, it was wonderful because it was so peaceful. And if I needed to nap all afternoon, I could nap all afternoon and not feel guilty and not feel like there were things I needed to be doing. So it was really a healing time for us, both of us.
Sure. And your husband Chris was here with you then?
Yes,
as
he
well?
was.
Okay.
He
good.
was my chauffeur, cheerleader, cook.
Everything.
Yes.
Yes. And that I'm sure was quite a stint for him as well.
Well, bless his heart. Yes. Yes. I don't think I was an easy patient. So.
So the month you stayed here then, did you do anything else as far as like talk with a massage therapist, or did you do anything? You just kind of
No,
chilled
we
here?
went to radiation every morning, came back here, slept all afternoon, got up the next morning and did it again.
Oh wow. Okay. So yes, the 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment that we have here, it's immaculate. We have cleaning companies that come in, and so there is really nothing for you to do.
It was wonderful.
So good.
The worst thing I had to do was decide what we were having for dinner, and that was
Sometimes that can be a chore.
oh, what a lovely chore!
Right.
What a first world problem.
Yes. Okay. Well, good. So then you went through your your radiation.
Went through radiation. Finished up radiation just almost a year ago,
Okay.
11 months ago,
Okay.
and it's been a long recovery. I mean, it takes a lot out of you, and it takes a long time to recover. And some days are good, and some days aren't good. But that's just how it is.
Right. Now, were you still feeling any of the symptoms from the radiation after you went home?
Well, apparently there's some residual things. I don't know if it was from chemo or the radiation or what, but I'm now on thyroid medicine and on antidepressants and things. So I don't think your body ever 100% recovers, but it beats the alternative.
Sure, yes, it does. So, so was there a point where you felt like you were somewhat back to normal?
Oh, I'm hoping tomorrow.
And it's been almost a year later.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
okay.
it is. And every day's a little better. Every day's a little better. It's as a matter of fact, back in May, I started feeling like I hadn't felt in a couple of years.
Okay.
I just started feeling optimistic and cheerful and stuff. And Chris, my husband, decided he was going to start working out. So he went off to the wellness center, and I gave a sigh of relief. And about that time, I heard the sirens.
Oh, no.
And then the phone rang, and it was Chris, who had tripped over a weight bench and shattered his elbow.
Oh, no.
So we have gone through surgery with him and rehab with him, and it's just been a long haul. And the moral of that story is you can't let your guard down for a minute, because that's just an invitation for the universe to lower the boom.
Right, exactly. So that was, so now going from him being the caregiver, now you're being the caregiver for him.
Right.
Because I'm sure there was a lot of things that he couldn't do on his own.
Well, actually, I parked him in assisted living for 6 weeks because
probably needed that.
Well, he needed 24/7, and I just couldn't do it. So anyway, it was that worked very well.
Right. Well, I'm sure there was also just the therapy and everything, and helping him getting up and out of bed. That was something that you physically couldn't help with at the time.
True.
So yeah.
True.
Okay.
And I feel not one iota of guilt, not one little bitty bit of guilt.
Sure. Okay. Well, all right, good. So you are now going through this process where you're the caregiver for, or helping him get back to the men mentally and being there as a support system for him.
Right.
Well. Okay.
Right. It's just, it's a partnership.
Yes, it is. Okay. And that was what, back in May, you said?
That was the end of May.
Okay. So everything seems to be working okay and everything going okay for you, Chris. Good.
Yes.
Good. So what then, what could you say was the biggest lesson, I guess you could say, is just not letting your guard down,
not letting your guard down, and just gratitude for what you have.
Okay.
I mean, I'm so grateful for so many things, and I'm grateful for the care that I got. I'm so grateful for the care that Chris got. I'm so grateful that Paul's Place was available.
Sure.
I'm so grateful that a new assisted living place opened up 5 blocks from where we live.
Oh, wow.
And it was lovely, and Chris was the first person in his room. So
That's always good.
and they took such good care of him, and I have just been so grateful for so many things.
Okay. Yeah, gratitude definitely helps keep everything in check as far as a little bit of on the mental health side. I know that's something that, in this last year and a half, mental health has been a big issue. It's been a big concern for a lot of people, and very much so. And that's something that you went through, just in your own with your diagnosis, and then of course now with Chris's accident, let's put it that way. And then the gratitude just really helps keep you sane sometimes too.
Well, you have to. I mean, and I keep a list.
Yes. Okay.
And just in case, because it's real. When things happen, it's real easy to start whining, and it's futile.
Yeah. Okay. So how are things now? Things are going well?
They're going well, knock on wood. I'm not ever going to say, oh, yeah, they're going great.
Right,
Never,
right.
ever. They're going well. Chris his physical therapist is really, really pleased. His surgeon's really, really pleased. I had a mammogram back in April. I'm clear.
Good.
And I feel better every day. And, one of these days we'll just look back on 20 and 21 and think something.
Yeah. That was the blip year, the asterisk year.
Well,
year and a half.
We were laughing. Everybody thought 2020 was so bad. And then our 2021 came along, and it was like, hold my beer.
Right. So yeah, it seems like it's kind of gone that way for me too. So,
has it?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but no, things are okay. They're kind of mellowing out. Just kind of learning to
Well,
deal
don't
with
say that.
everything.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Well, I'm just learning to deal with everything and kind of going from there. But it's definitely been an interesting year, a crazy year, but things are looking up. So just to catch you up a little bit on Paul's Place, we actually, I'm not sure if you were here or not, I think you were, but we have purchased land.
No,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So we purchased land. We have, it's in a residential neighborhood just east of Parkview and Dahlia in the VA Medical Hospital. So
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So we are growing. We've actually had it for 2 years. We bought it in 2019. And in 2020, we were going to launch a capital campaign and go one-on-one with different corporations and philanthropic companies around the city to be able to tell them what we do and start this capital campaign. So needless to say, we had to push that off a year. And we actually already have our approval through the city planning department. We have a builder and we have design plans already in place. All we need is the funding. So we're working on that currently as we speak. And kind of going from there. So this house will have a communal kitchen, a communal living room, and 3 bedrooms. But within each of the bedrooms, it's a little bit different what we have here. They will have a kitchenette, a small sitting area, and then another door to the actual bedroom area with an in-suite bathroom.
Nice.
So kind of like an extended stay hotel
Perfect.
room within 3 of those in one house. So we'll have a 3-car garage as well, so we'll be able to, shuffle the cars around, when families are going to and from treatment or going to and from the hospital. So we're looking to have those all around the city, or all around the hospital.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so that's kind of what we're at right now. We still have this apartment, of course. We just renewed the lease on this one, so we're definitely looking to expand throughout the city and kind of keep going and kind of having that, home away from home for our families.
Well, it was such a godsend for us.
Good. That's what I like to hear, and hope that knowing that you could relax and rest without feeling guilty.
It was. I mean, we're 10 minutes from the... And Chris is a saint. I mean, he really is. And he would have chauffeured me to and from Parkview every day from Van Wert without complaining. But this made it so much easier.
So much easier on you, I'm sure, because going through those symptoms, I know when I was sick one time, I didn't want to drive 10 minutes anywhere, 5 minutes anywhere. So,
No.
yeah.
Well, our favorite joke was when I was going through chemo, which was every 3 weeks. And just about the time you start feeling better, it's time for another round.
Yes, of course.
So the morning of chemo, Chris would say, well, how are you feeling? And I'd say, I feel okay. And he'd say, well, we'll take care of that in a couple of hours.
Of course.
So it was...
Yes, definitely have a great sense of humor, too.
Well, you have to. You just have to.
Yeah, just being any other way is just going to make things worse, I'm sure. So.
Yes.
Well, good. So what are you folks doing now, then?
Well, mostly we're just trying to heal.
Yes, for sure. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming out today. Is there any specific tidbit of information you want to share with anyone else? Anything else other than have an attitude of gratitude, keep a sense of humor?
Well, it's like I kept telling myself, the first, right after diagnosis, everything is such a whirlwind. And it hit me one day that my only job was to show up and try not to cry. And that's has been my motto for everything. And it's worked pretty well.
Okay, good. Just take it to the basics, just the very basic.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is show up and let your medical team
do their job.
do what they're
work.
supposed to do. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your candor and your willingness to come out and chat with me again.
Well, Amy, anything I can do for you.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I hope you have a safe trip back to Ohio, but we'll definitely keep in touch.
Please do.
We're on social media. Check us out. Our podcast will go out on YouTube as well as the regular podcast anchor platforms. So you get to check that out and check out some of our other stories. So you're actually our first former family. So
I'm honored.
you're on.
I need a moment.
You're not supposed to cry.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
I showed up.
Okay, that's good. Well, thank you so much, and we appreciate everything you've done for us with Paul's Place, and just the kind words that you've given
Well,
me and the conversation.
there aren't enough kind words. It was just, who knew?
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you so much. Okay. And thank you again for tuning in to our podcast, Embracing Adversity. In 2 weeks, we will share more stories of adversity from some of our supporters and donors and more former families. If you have any information or would like some more information about Paul's Place, you can always visit our website at www.paulsplace.org. If you're interested in learning more about our building project or want to donate, you can also find that information on the website as well. Thank you, and we'll hear from you in 2 weeks.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call someone who's invested in your success. I'm Gwen Rupert, your Fort Wayne Edward Jones financial advisor. At Edward Jones, we believe in building a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so we can help you work toward achieving what's most important to you. Call me at 260-625-3524 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today.